You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, BQN hosts and listeners. I'm Counselor Amy Nelson, host of Union Federation, All Good Things, Galaxy Class, and today, the Hive Mind. For our listeners out there who don't know, the Hive Mind is our monthly roundtable discussion featuring some of your favorite BQN hosts and Patreon supporters. You too can join in the discussion by logging into patreon.com/BQN and pledging your support of $10 or more. So let me introduce to you who is here with us. And we have host of All Good Things and What's the Tea, Bev? Mr. Christos. Hello.
Good afternoon, Miss Amy. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited that you are here. Christos, you attended the Picard premiere, which we're going to hear all about.
Yay! Yes, I can't wait to spill some tea, non-spoilery.
Yes, of course. And with us, a fabulous listener, Patreon supporter, Mr. Matt. Hello, Matt. Welcome.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm doing great. Did you hear anything about the Picard premiere?
Bits and pieces. There was a minor spoiler that really wasn't a surprise, which I will not repeat, on Twitter about Spieler's character.
Oh.
And I saw it 5 minutes before I saw the premiere.
Oh, no. So that was even spoiled for you.
Right. But
wow.
To Matt's point.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Not an earth-shattering revelation.
Okay, so Christos, you were there. First of all, how did you get tickets? Because I've seen some people ask that question.
There were a couple of key people out there inviting people, and I got an invite via a do not share this post from Ryan Husk from a Facebook group I'm in. But so I honored as much as I wanted to send the link to everybody I knew, did not do that. But that is how I got to go. And then I was very surprised that Paramount not only accepted me in, but invited me to bring a guest after I didn't, that was just for myself, but they invited me to bring a guest after I asked to come.
So Ryan T. Husk, listeners, if you're not aware, is a fan like us. He's a podcaster, but his host is Sirach Lofton and is over on Seventh Rule, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Seventh Rule from Seven Rules of Acquisition. Yeah, It's called the Seventh Rule. And they have covered every episode of Deep Space Nine, and now they are on to Next Generation, and they have Denise Crosby on with them. So it's been a fun listen.
Yeah, and Sirach Lofton finally got to meet Will Wheaton at the premiere the other night. I don't know if you saw some of those pictures. They've never met in person before. I don't know how that happened in 30 years, but it did.
Yeah.
Well, we have with us host of Galaxy Class and some audio problems, Mr. Joe Keegan, who's going to figure that out. I cannot hear you, Joe. You're on loop.
I feel like I'm in Paris traffic or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that noise was.
Joe has been coming up with the most unique sounds. Well, I should say his computer technology. It's been so hilarious this whole morning. So you got the ticket through Ryan Husk. There were a bunch of others, like in the LA Star Trek group that was able to go. So it was a link that you got, and that's how you asked to go.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And it was more of a like, like I said, it was like, here it is. Don't share it with anybody. I think they were really trying to control who came, because if you went to the premiere, it was in the the Chinese theater there, but the seating was like in two sections. There's like a top section and a bottom section. So the top section was where all the actors sat and all the industry people, and then the bottom bigger section was where all the fans sat. And the reason part of that is you come in through the top of the theater down. So, I think asking like Patrick Stewart to walk down all these theater stairs wouldn't be the nicest thing to do. So I think the way it was laid out was appropriate, because even when Patrick Stewart talked on a mic, it was from his seat way up higher, and everyone's kind of turned around looking up at him.
Wow. So he spoke. Who else?
Terry Matalas spoke first, and then Alex Kurtzman, and then Patrick Stewart. And that was all the intro we had, other than for I guess I should back up. Like, they started like letting fans pass around 5 o'clock, 5:30. And then you had to go through like, okay, you had to come in, you had to check in. Here's your ticket. And then you could do the step and repeat. And by the way, the tickets were beautiful. I'm going to be saving mine somehow. It's gorgeous. And they gave away posters with the same image, which I'm going to be framing mine, I think, because I love this from the second I saw it, more so because Bev's at the top. And then you passed through, and then you were kind of like in the, like what you would call the concession area of the theater, and they had lots of glass cases with uniforms on display, and they had free popcorn and soda, and the popcorns were these gorgeous little Star Trek Picard, themed, things. I know people were like taking them. I am not trying to get out of here with the popcorn thing. It was bad enough I had to protect my posters. And they even had little Star Trek Picard cocktail napkins. It was adorable.
Wow.
And then they kept on trying to push people through and then get the people in to go take your seat. And like, if you took your seat, then you were like missing everything. So like, I was smart enough to know like, okay, we're just going to keep on hanging out. So then we got to talking to Aaron Watkey and talked to him for about like 10 minutes. And then Sean Ferry came up and joined the conversation. And it was like it was, some of it was like being back at
Chicago.
STLV.
Oh yeah, STLV.
Yeah. Let's see, like, Jesse Gender came around, and just like all these people, like, both celebrities and like YouTube influencers and whatnot were suddenly all there, and we just knew enough not to go in. And like finally, when they're like pushing through toward the end, we went in. But then you come to find out, like, they're showing all this really cool stuff on the screen. Like, I think I posted that 20-some minute final mission thing with Will Wheaton. I think it's meant to be a half-hour program that's probably airing on television in some places, but that was really cool. And then they had other stuff going on. Like, I love this little like reel they showed of like the best of Beverly Crusher, and it's like all her badass moments. I'm like, they're trying to tell y'all something here, remind you of something. And they did that for other characters as well. But of course, I know the Bev.
Yeah. So, where was the big red carpet and the big signage that I saw? Was that outside the theater?
Yeah. So there was a big, like, the whole red carpet was in the theater. They had 2 lanes of Hollywood Boulevard closed.
Oh, wow.
And they actually had a structure erected that only the celebrities were going through. And that was kind of like the whole step and repeat, and all the press is there taking pictures. And that's where a lot of the photos you've probably seen in circulation coming from. They were being taken inside only with, the celebrities and press. And then they came out and they did a special little another little red carpet where they had it separated. They had the whole backdrop, the blue carpet, I should say. It was like this blue purple, which is like the theme of the season, right? Mm-hmm. And then they had a place for a bunch of fans on the opposite side. And I chose not to go in there because if you were in uniform, they were pulling you out and putting you in there because they wanted it to look good on camera. And I was quasi in uniform, or at least passing. I was wearing my Volante jacket and comm badge and blah, blah, blah. But my friend wasn't, and I didn't want to leave him high and dry. And I'm kind of glad I didn't get stuck in there for an hour and a half just to get some pictures with a lot of people I've met already, because I think the experience in the lobby, talking to people and just, catching up, seeing old friends, making new friends, meeting some people that you've had interactions with online, but not in person. That was like the part, I think, probably one of the best parts. There were some other celebrities there that were not Star Trek affiliated. Like one of my friends, Alex, was flipping out over this guy from General Hospital that was there. And I'm like, I don't know this guy. So
Rhea did the same thing too.
Oh yeah. Rhea was exciting. She was very, very anxious, of course, because there was so much going around. You know how Rhea gets all wound up,
Yeah. Now, from Strange New World, the Angel character,
Jesse Keitel.
Yeah,
she looked great.
And so not why was she there, but why was she there? Just Star Trek family?
You could get an invite pretty easy, I'm sure, if you're Star Trek affiliated through CBS or, hey, I want to come,
Well, that's cool that she wanted to come.
I'm trying to think. There were some other people who were there who were, like Bonnie Gordon was there, she's the computer voice on Prodigy, of course.
Yeah, Aaron Waltke.
And there were people there that weren't like that, I always have this thing of running into Mike Okuda in the weirdest place. And of course, I like, hey, Mike Okuda, as I'm walking out of the bathroom and he's walking in, Of course, you just say hi. But I always see him I never get to just see him in a place where it's just appropriate to stay and talk. So I was like, oh, hi, and bye.
Yeah.
But, the Okudas were there, and I think Doug Drexler was there. And it was, it's like the who's
who. Trek Ranks?
Oh, yes. Jim Morehouse. We talked
a
lot, and we're going to do some stuff coming up. So
Good.
We're going to be doing some stuff. But, we talked before and after the episode. So we got to do a little bit of nerding out when it was all done.
Yes. Excellent.
Yeah.
So Amy and Joe, is it just me, or is Christos positively glowing as he's telling us these stories?
It was a fun night. That you take the episode out altogether, and it was just a fun night.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was amazing. And even afterwards, there was an after party at Dave and Buster's that I think most of the people went to. The celebrities went home or went to the CBS party over at the Roosevelt Hotel. But we weren't getting into that. So Jay and Rhea and I just you know what? Let's just get in an Uber, go back to West Hollywood. I know a bar. It's actually Gaze in Space did an event there last spring. I'm like, it's a bar, restaurant. I haven't had dinner, and Rhea's always down to eat. So, and I know they had vegan stuff there. So I'm like, let's go.
Nice.
Oh, and good. We went there and actually just, watched Go-Go Boys and talked about the episode.
The whole thing sounds absolutely terrible to me. I'm glad Amy and I weren't invited.
Joe, all I got to tell you is I think your dislike of seasons 1 and 2 of Picard are over. I mean, maybe that's not over, but you will not feel the same way about season 3.
Yeah, so, do you know what? I don't have any expectations going in. I think for season 1 especially, my expectations were so hyped because being a big TNG fan, I thought TNG's coming back, and they obviously went in an entirely different, unimagined route than I was expecting, and I think that's where a lot of my disappointment came from. So now I have it, I'm going, I'll be what it is. So if I have no expectations, I can't be disappointed.
Yeah, and TNG is not back. I will tell you that. But it's but these are the people we know, and and they've changed a bit.
So it's Picard feeling. It's not TNG. It's still
it
Picard.
doesn't. It doesn't. It feels like a whole new show. It doesn't even feel like Picard.
It
feels like a whole new show.
Okay.
There's no carpets on the decks. There's no potted plants outside rooms.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that.
I mean, obviously, you see, we see a lot of the Titan from the get go, but it definitely feels a little bit different than the Stargazer did, although it's a lot of the same sets. But We see far more of the Titan than we ever saw of the Stargazer, just in the first 2 episodes, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is a Starfleet ship, and it feels like Starfleet.
Nice.
Now, you had said something before we started recording about why Terry Matalas is like the best for this. So tell me, what did he tell you, and what are you getting about from him?
I mean, I didn't have any direct conversations with him, but I just felt like after watching the first 2 episodes, there's a lot of nuance. There's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a lot of nods to the TOS movies. There's just things that say Star Trek, and it's like, but while the show's not relying on fan service to be fun and interesting to an old fan like me. It's a new story with characters we know and some new characters, but there are just these little nods that tell us we're in the same universe as the 80s and 90s Trek. I don't know if that's probably the best way. I could get into some real specifics, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
Yeah, I know
I will even tell you, just the first thing that it says on the screen as the episode starts is an homage. And it just tells you you're in the right place. And I can't
wait for that feeling.
Yeah. I will say it does start off with I think it said for Annie. They did a tribute for Annie Wersching, too, before it started.
Lovely.
And so that, and by the way, so I can't wait to watch it over and over again, the first 2 episodes, because like anytime something amazing happened or a new character walked on screen, it was their first time, the crowd erupted in applause. And there's a couple of key moments where we just got applause.
Wow.
So, like, yeah, you might have missed a little dialogue there. There was one scene where the audio stopped for about 10 to 15 seconds, and it was a scene where Rafi was talking, and Michelle Hurd stood up and screamed, "Well, I can tell you what she's saying," because the whole theater was like, "Oh, the sound went off, but the video was still going," and people, of course, like, "Oh." Because it really, you didn't realize how deep you were into it until that happened, because that obviously pulled you out, right?
Yeah.
Like I kind of kept on forgetting that, Patrick Stewart was sitting behind me watching this too. And so was, the rest of the cast.
I'm glad she spoke up. There might have been a near riot.
Yeah, they got it going fast enough that it didn't become a big disruptor, but it was funny.
So I have to ask, how much new cosplay are you going to order? Based on what
I don't know that I saw, the Titan uniforms are kind of the same from season 2. I'm just trying to think, did I see a lot of new, Beverly Crusher? I think it's well known now, especially if you didn't know, those Star Trek logs that dropped this morning do confirm that Beverly left Starfleet about 20 years ago, and she's a civilian captain of the Ilios, and it's her ship. There's she's just wearing regular clothes. So, but everyone else, at this point, there hasn't been, I think Riker and Picard continue to have some unique uniforms that are obvious, like, okay, and we get a new admiral's jacket every scene. But other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of like, oh, look at that, from the uniform standpoint. Not that I think
Picard
that's going to
seems to be wearing an interesting badge.
Yeah. I will say, and this isn't out of that final mission thing if you guys watched it, but you don't get everybody in episode 1, and you don't get everybody in episode 2. They come in when they're needed. Yeah, it's so depending on who your favorite is, you may or may not see them in the first or second episode. There were people I did not see, and I felt too.
Am I going to be happy the first 2? I'm going to say yes, because Riker, Troy, they come together. They're together. They're a thing. So.
Okay.
I'm not going to
be fine.
Oh, please. Okay. I'll message you later.
Just have a picture of Troy beside your TV. So if she's not in the first 2 episodes, just
yeah, she's still there. Yes.
I will say what we did know from the get-go, and this was said, the very first person you see is Beverly Crusher.
Excellent.
That just warmed.
No spoilers.
No more
your hand flying over your mouth.
My buddy Mitch grabbed my leg a couple of times. He's like, "You all right?" I'm fine. Yeah.
Not going into cardiac arrest.
Like everybody, what I'm really excited about the most is this does not hurt the legacy of Star Trek: The Next Generation. So far, what I've seen are actors still at the top of their form, doing a good job. I mean, even just some of the face acting and the close-ups of their face, because with 10 episodes, there's time for that nuance, right? And I think Terry Matalas is doing a really good job letting certain things simmer, and we get the time to see something happen. And like you get to see like there's one particular scene that Jesse Gender was talking about, like it's all face acting, but they're doing such a good job and we know our characters so well. We are so understanding it that I teared up. It was like, wow.
My finger's like a hair trigger on Christos's mic. It's like, to go say anything, don't say anything.
I'll back it up. These guys just don't make a fool of themselves. This is not hurting at this point, and 20% through the season. It is not hurting the legacy of Star Trek. It's like you're not going to look at that and go, "Wow, I wish they didn't make that," because it's not as good as what they used to do.
Right.
Amy, everything I saw so far is way better than Nemesis.
Oh, that's very difficult to do.
Okay. Maybe not in everyone else's opinion. But.
So sort of that, to your point of it, they're not going to ruin the legacy. I feel, and that I love this season or oh my gosh, put my thoughts together. The Enterprise episode, These Are the Voyages. And they had Riker and Troy come back.
You love it?
I do. And because that episode was made for me, because I stopped watching Enterprise and then I saw commercials that they're bringing Troy and Riker back. I tuned in. It was,
for the final episode.
Yep. For the final episode. And what I saw, because I hadn't seen them, since whenever they stopped, it's 10 years, right? Almost 8 years.
Oh no, it's been 18 years since they stopped.
From Enterprise?
Like 2005, right?
Oh yeah. And something they like ended in 90. Yeah. Okay. So when I saw them, to be honest, my first reaction was they looked terrible. I couldn't believe they were like jammed into their uniforms. I didn't feel like they had good makeup. I didn't even know what was going on. Thankfully, I love the characters, so I was fine with it. But that gut response was like, "Ooh, they don't look good." So they look good in Picard. They're not hokey and
I mean, I think they look better than they were made to look in All Good Things. When they aged them up, we predicted how they would look. They look better. Yeah, in real life aging.
Now, another question I have from the promo posters that we've seen, it's very dark, and there has been criticism about Discovery being so dark, and all of these shows that are so dark, and then we get Strange New World that's got a little lighter light to it. And Picard has been low light, dark as well. Are they continuing that lighting, or?
Yeah, I would say to a certain extent.
Okay.
The actual physical lighting still is a little dark. I mean, I saw it in the theater and I had no problem making out everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like it was like last season of Game of Thrones dark.
Yeah.
But one of the criticisms I saw online was also that the tone, the mood was dark, and I did not get that. That is not at all. In fact, there's one review out there from an Engadget or something that's being thrown around. It's like the only negative review I've seen And I'm like, did you watch it? Because it just sounds like whoever reviewed the show was like wanting the show to be told in 90 minutes, but the whole point of this is to give all of our characters a story, relevance, time, nuance. And I think that's, I think some of that stuff is just the TikTok world. People can't watch a show anymore without it being an explosion every 5 seconds, and the pace moving so fast. I will say it moves. I was like, when it was over, I was like, it's over, because we saw it cut as a movie. By the way, it did not separate, and we figured out where episode 1 kind of ends, but we saw it as a movie, and when it was over, I was like, oh wow, that went really fast. And it was still like, when you look at your watch, time had gone by. It wasn't like it was short. It was just like it moves, and you were like, oh, okay. I was definitely into everything I was watching, because the passage of time was not registering for me.
Scale of 1 to 10, what's the lens flare like?
But I didn't see a lot of lens flare. No,
that's good.
No, not that it obviously it was not on a scale that it registered with me. Like, oh, that's excessive. I did not have that happen. It is not Star Trek 2009.
Good. I'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just FYI, none of my mics on my Mac are working, so I'm using my phone as a mic.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I can hear it.
It's weird. My Blue Yeti's not working. My webcam mic's not working.
Did Frakes say that he was going to be directing some episodes this season, and were either of them the first two?
I don't know. We didn't really, it was a special set of credits that we got, and they moved really fast. So I didn't get all of that. It's funny, I will say, when they did show the credits at the end, they showed, Patrick Stewart, and then Jerry Ryan, and then like Michelle Hurd, and the guy that's the captain of the Titan, which he's interesting, by the way. And then it said special guest star Jonathan Frakes, special guest star Gates McFadden. And then, I won't say any more, because I don't want to give away who else
credited.
But yes, that's how the legacy actors are being credited in the show.
Jonathan Frakes, according to Wikipedia, is directing or has directed episodes 3 and 4.
Okay.
Oh.
And nothing else.
Yeah. Did it tell you how many episodes he's got to be in all of them, because he's like essential, I think. I don't see how he would not.
It doesn't say. It just gives me, for each episode, it just gives me the director and the writing credit.
I was really surprised at those Star Trek logs that dropped this morning. I learned things in those. Did anybody see the thing about the Titan? And I know you did, because you commented, but yes. So it says the first Titan went into, was it 2390? The first Titan goes into service, and it's
22 maybe?
With 2290 with Captain Savick. Yeah. And it became the flagship of the Federation at the request of Captain Sulu. I'm like, they're just giving us these random details. So I'm like, you know what? The more I think about it, Matt, there has to be a book dropping about it or something, because they figured out too much about the Titans' history, its backstory, that they didn't have to do. So they do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hearing that the original Titan was in some kind of incident and then got severely damaged and had to be decommissioned.
No, I think that was Riker's Titan that they said that.
Yeah,
about.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that wasn't the original one. That was
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the Enterprise E.
They didn't say what happened to it, did it? Or did I not watch the
part of it? And then I didn't realize that the F is as old as it apparently is.
Yeah.
Like at least
I did think that somewhere else. It's been around a little while.
Yeah. And about to be decommissioned. I'm like, we just met you, or we will be meeting you.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that some of these ships they last a long time, and some of them don't. But let me see. What else am I going to tell you? It's like my overall thoughts, though, is like it's everything so far. It's everything I was hoping for. So, I mean, but like I said, remember, I've only seen 20%. So,
I'm daring to go on IMDb and see if there's anything leading that it mentions about.
Be careful because there are stuff starting to leak out there, and there, like you said, there was one spoiler that I even saw right before I saw it, and it's like it does, and gives away some stuff, but. Everyone's doing research here. Like,
yeah, sorry.
It's the worst hive mind.
So we'll do those
like
guys.
Never been a Galaxy class where Christos was just talking.
I saw Tig Notaro on Thursday night. She was doing an impromptu comedy set at one of the comedy clubs here in Philly.
Nice.
Yeah, she was great. She did mention, people might know me from, and she mentioned Star Trek. And the place was packed, and it was only myself and one other person who kind of reacted to that with like a woot. So I was shocked that there weren't more people, unless people were just keeping quiet.
Yeah.
I was basically asking for shout outs.
I wonder about Discovery. I feel like it's just not talked about. You know what I mean? Like fans, and it's probably, I think the Strange New Worlds and Picard season 3 hoopla have all but eclipsed Discovery. So I really hope season 5 is really good and brings the conversation back and some of the buzz around that show. Otherwise,
I think it will for sure. I think everyone gets their own little, spotlight for a little bit every year.
Yeah. Well, but I feel like this is what I said the other day. I think the anticipation from Picard started like in March or April of 2022 and has not stopped. And they've kept it going with Comic-Cons and Star Trek days and, New York Comic-Cons. And there's just it's really kept the conversation around that. Terry Matalas did say during his little mic time that they just saw marketing plans that morning from Paramount, and they were even shocked at how like stand back, like you're not ready for what's coming kind of thing. Like I think because of all the early reviews being so amazing, sounds like Paramount's going to throw some money at promoting this show.
Oh, well, hopefully we'll get some merchandise.
Right.
Merchandise and a green light on a sequel series of some sort, some sort of continuation of, the 25th century.
I would be shocked and stunned if there wasn't some sort of continuation at this point with everything that they built up and just hearing that they make a real effort, from folks who've seen. How many screeners are out there? Supposedly like 6 or something.
A lot of people have 6 episodes.
Yeah. I know some folks that do. And apparently after what you've seen, they do make an effort to really showcase some of the newer actors that get introduced, like those officers that, the 4 officers that got their little trading card treatments. And so we'll see.
Yeah. Titan's cool, by the way. As a ship, it's gorgeous. I wasn't so sure when I first saw it, and I'm like, now I'm in love with it. It's like, I'm a big fan of the Constitution refit, as you can see behind me. But it feels like a Star Trek. A Star
so in that Star Trek log, it got a little confusing. I mean, I made that comment, about Kelvin and the engines, which I thought was a little unusual. But they said that they reused some of the original components from the original Titan, I thought, as part of...
Yeah, that was weird. If you look at that post about Trek Culture put out, it does look like they call it the Titan refit. And then it was a refit. Then they called it the A because they changed something in the middle of it or something, and it became a refit. I don't know. Like, I can't tell if it was if the Titan A is an all new ship or did they go back to the 2390 or 2290? Yeah, 2290 Titan and redo it. I'm going to go back and read that again and figure that out a little bit.
Yeah, I was watching it in the 10 minutes before signing on.
The picture looked like the same Titan, but with like the old the movie era Enterprise warp nacelles, like just the black or the white with the black on them, like the one behind me.
Okay.
Looked like it had the same nacelles, but yeah. Can you imagine though? Like I just want to hear some of those stories about Captain Savick. I mean, it's kind of set in that lost era of Trek too.
Oh, they announced just yesterday that Trek Long Island that's coming up mid-May. Robin Curtis will be there. They just added her as a guest.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy my discussions with her. She's got a potty mouth. That's what I love about her.
Yeah.
The music was amazing. Score was good. I was very happy with that.
Who does the music for it? Same guy?
Is it
Somebody
Jeff Russo or
no? They brought somebody new in for this.
new one? Okay.
Yeah, it does. Like I said, that's why it feels. Like I said, doesn't feel like it's season 3 of Picard. It doesn't feel like it's season 8 of Star Trek: The Next Generation. It just kind of feels like it's its own thing. And like I said, Terry Matalas wanted to call it Star Trek Legacy. Legally, he could not do that because Star Trek Picard is a show. It's an entity. There's, people are contracted based on a contract that says Star Trek Picard. So it did not change the name of the show, but he said he would have called it Star Trek Legacy.
So
he could have.
This is already the game, Star Trek Legacy.
I remember that game, but I don't think that it's not related to that. No.
Yeah.
It's the fact that it's like, yeah.
So I'm curious what the group thinks. We've got 3 seasons, and it sounds like from everything everyone said that season 3 is an abrupt departure from the tone that we've seen so far, in seasons 1 and 2. Do you think that by the end of 3, is there like a cohesive storyline with Picard? Like he was dealing with age and then his regrets in season 2. And I'm curious what 3's thematic tie, to string it all together will be, or unless it's just meant to be something that's solo and very different.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm wondering if. Oh, go, Christos.
Right, I was gonna say, I think that I think it's not all about Picard, but I definitely think there is a journey for him that's already been laid out from what I've seen, and much like there was for the other 2 seasons. So I think that's staying true to the format of the show, but it's its own. Every season's kind of been its own compartmentalized story, and I think that's obviously the case here.
Yeah, the only theme that I could think of to tie in all 3 seasons, like you said, aging and regret, that maybe this one is sort of combining those 2 and accepting where you are in life and enjoying it and making the most of it. I don't know. And maybe that will get him to get into a relationship. I don't know if he's getting together with Beverly or not, or someone else. And maybe that could be his final growth.
Yeah, maybe like season 1 he wasn't doing anything, was he? He was just, we saw him
making
just
wine
living in the bar, making wine, getting ready to die. Season 2 was his regrets, and season 3 was letting go of all of that and becoming the person he was always meant to be, kind of having adventures and traveling through space.
I guess the reason I asked the question was I think it came out in the past couple of weeks, and it might have been Matalas that said that they had the idea to bring the Legacy members back during season 2. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe the 3rd season wasn't written yet. So I don't know.
I think it was pretty early on, because they did chat quite about all the discussions that they were having and how this got greenlit, and they basically took all the ideas and wrote like a 3-page manuscript that kind of outlined what the season was going to be, and that's how Patrick Stewart said yes.
Well, and I think, I think there's credit to us fans that with seeing the first season and the Ready Room and us saying we want to see more. Why aren't we seeing Crusher? Why aren't we seeing, Geordi? And I think that they really have listened. And so when it got even stronger with season 2, bringing on Q and Guinan and, more characters, it's like, come on, give us what we want. And so, maybe that's when they're like, all right, we got to give the fans what they want.
Mm-hmm. But they had to do it in a way that Patrick Stewart would agree to, because apparently he's the one they had to convince.
Yeah.
Well, and like all of the actors were like, well, we want to be on Picard. I mean, you listen to them at STLV and Chicago and at the conventions, they're like, I haven't been asked. And, they were pretty out there about it.
No, true story. I don't know. And I think in some cases, now that we look back to when season 3 was actually being filmed, some of them were lying. They were already on it.
Right.
So,
just
Chris,
talking about the music, the Stephen Barton replaced Jeff Russo as the composer, and he worked with Terry Matalas on the 12 Monkeys TV show.
Oh.
And he's been strongly influenced by Jerry Goldsmith and James Horner.
Oh, there we go.
I would definitely agree with that. I said there's some things that feel like the original movies, and that's part of it.
Nice.
And that's based on those composers, right? What was I going to say? There's supposed to be some sort of really special vinyl release of the season 3 Picard soundtrack. So we'll be watching for that.
Nice. I just got vinyl in the mail yesterday, and it's the 1970 Liberty High School from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Their Grenadier Marching Band vinyl, and on the performer list on the back lists Jonathan Frakes on trombone, which is quite cool.
Oh, I forgot he is from Bethlehem. Okay.
Yeah. So he plays trombone for real, apparently. So I think hopefully he'll turn up STLV and I can get him to sign it.
Are you going to bring it?
Yeah, I might as well if he's going to be there.
Yeah.
That will shock him, I would imagine, that somebody's been able to track that down.
I'm not sure. I'm in two minds. Hopefully it does. But then I'm thinking it's probably something that Star Trek fans do all the time. Track down weird things from his past. Yeah.
It just lifts him. Like, can you pick him out in the crowd? Is there like a crowd shot of the band or anything?
No. Actually, there's a picture on the front, but I've not looked at it. It's the list on the back. In fact, I'll go get it. Let you see.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to get his magnifying glass out.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, when I found that electronic press kit for Next Generation from before season 1.
Oh yeah.
Showing that they had intro clips of each of the actors, and Frakes, was he on the Love Boat? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
He did some episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to envision what he looked like then compared to when he was probably in his mid to late 20s at that point, at least. So
when we were doing our actor profile on Jonathan Frakes, we found a clip where he was on Charlie's Angels. Man, he looks so different. Like, I would not have recognized him.
He's got really good hair, though.
Oh, I'd love to see that. Is it easily Googleable on YouTube or?
Yeah, you
find out what episode. I'm trying to pull it up, and I've been thinking about buying it. There's a on Gates McFadden's website, she has a shop of things that she's just getting rid of, and she autographs, and it raises money for her various charities and her various projects. But she has a season 3 press kit of Star Trek: The Next Generation. And one of the things that they did was take a season 2 photo and photoshopped Pulowski's head off and put Gates McFadden's head back on and use that as a cast shot. And I think it's a very unique thing. And I feel like I need this in my life.
That's criminal. I'll show you. This is the.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Quite cool. And
He'll probably be in the back.
There you go. Can you see?
Okay, yeah.
Jonathan Frakes. So it's kind of cool.
Looks like it's in pretty good condition there.
Yeah, so it's all right. It jumped a couple of times, but I had to give it a bit of a clean. Yeah, it's in pretty good condition. It cost me a fortune though. Shipping.
Wow.
Getting stuff from America is so expensive. So is this
Mark,
a long
I put it
weekend for you
in-
guys?
Okay. What was that, Joe?
Is this a long weekend for you guys? No.
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
I'm off Monday, Tuesday.
Tomorrow's
Oh,
going
what
to be
for?
a very long day for me with the Super Bowl.
You ready?
We're greasing the polls, Amy.
You know what I miss is when I used to live in Hawaii, I love the Super Bowl because it would start like at 1 in the afternoon. And so you can it was day drinking at that point, and you could still like finish up and go to bed and sleep it off before you went to work.
I was wondering why you guys mentioned the Super Bowl, and it was something that triggered a memory, and I realized I watched the Whitney Houston movie.
Oh, wasn't that great?
Yeah, it was. I didn't know half of what her life was.
Where is it
obviously
being played?
Well, you can buy it on iTunes now.
Yeah,
it's on digital.
Okay,
but it was only in theaters for a while there.
That was fast. It came out at Christmas.
Yeah.
Well,
wow.
They're like some of these are doing 30-day windows, 45 days to digital now.
Crazy.
Although
people are going to the movies.
I think Wakanda Forever just dropped, and I don't think that Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to hit streaming unless it's on HBO Max, but it's not going to hit until like November according to iTunes, which was kind of shocking. I was like, wow.
I have to watch it again because
I still haven't seen it.
I kind of half watched
Which one?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like you can't drink or do drugs when you watch this. You have to just watch it. You got.
Is it like Inception crazy?
It's crazy enough that you have to be in your right mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No gummies. I did it the first time. I had to watch it again.
Yeah, with the Super Bowl, it starts at 6:30. It'll probably go on till at least 10. If we win, it's going to be insanity all night. They're blocking off the core of Philadelphia around City Hall for multiple blocks in multiple directions, traffic closures. Like when the Pope was in town, they put up fencing and had military checkpoints. And it's not going to be like that. There's not going to be fences. They're just going to block the roads. It will be bananas. And
so are you going downtown?
Oh yeah, I'm going to go to a bar. I mean, I live less than a mile from City Hall in Philly, like 3 subway stops. And there's a bar that everybody goes to that'll probably be 2.5 blocks away from where everybody will try to get to if we win at City Hall. So I may stick to the periphery and just kind of observe because it was insane when we won 5 years ago. But
be safe.
I was pretty nervous because I'm in an all-day meeting tomorrow where I was supposed to present for 45 minutes at 9 a.m. And I'm like, no. So a colleague is switching with me and I'm not going till like 11:30. So I'll be able to get myself together, I hope.
Nice. Right. Who is playing in the Super Bowl?
The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Are the Eagles likely to win?
We are. I think the odds are that we will win. Yeah.
Very good.
And this one's interesting because it's the first time that two African-American quarterbacks will play each other. Head quarterbacks, I believe. And then there are twin brothers, one on each team.
Yes.
That will be playing each other.
Yes.
So, that's pretty cool.
It is.
Somebody's house is going to be happy. I mean, I guess if you're a parent of one of those kids. My kid won a Super Bowl. My other kid didn't.
I just wonder why it's in Arizona. I would have thought that it would have played either in Kansas City or in Philly.
No, they rotate because next year the Super Bowl will be here in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And they want to go to the newer stadiums, hold more people.
They hold more people, and they also have better built-in technology for all the broadcast stuff, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, Matt, do you remember a couple of weeks ago we were talking about Abbott Elementary?
Yes.
Yeah, so we finished that, and then last weekend, Ewan found a new TV show for us to watch. It was not new, I think it came out maybe last year or the year before. Girls 5 Ever.
Heard of it, but know nothing about it.
So stupidly, I've cried laughing so many times. Who is in it? Busy Phillips and Elise Goldsberry and Paula Pell and somebody else. Sarah Bareilles, singer.
What is the name of it again?
Girls 5 Ever, number 5.
Okay.
Because 4 Ever's too short.
Right.
Is it
there are
very
90s.
Girls good?
No, it's fun, way funnier. Yeah, way funnier.
Wow. Okay.
They're a 90s girl band. As cheesy as that is, but they're now in their kind of mid-40s.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've seen commercials.
They reunite, and it's just ridiculously funny. Made me laugh so much.
What is it streaming on, or
it was Netflix. Netflix.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One that I picked up was with the guy from How I Met Your Mother, Siegel, yeah. And it's on iTunes, or it's on the Apple TV, and he's a therapist. Do you know the name?
I saw a preview for it, and it looked interesting. It's probably on my list there.
Yeah,
Is that the one with Harrison Ford?
Harrison Ford, yeah. It's really good. It's cute. It's fun. It's emotional. It's, really good. I like it.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So, Christos, back to the premiere. Is there
Joe's like, don't talk about it anymore.
Well, I meant to ask the question before. Is there anything that you've seen in what you just observed that will blow us out of our shoes in some way? Like, didn't see that coming, or just, new bombshell type moment, and obviously not asking you to elaborate. We're curious about the pacing of the show. Is it in like the slow burn ramp mode?
It's not a slow. I mean, there's obviously some big stuff coming. I know that for sure. But I felt like I said, it kept my interest from the get go. There's even, I will say, we talked about this last week, Amy, in a very fun way, a good way, and a happy way, some misdirects in the trailer. Which is good because that means you don't feel like you know it all coming in. I was surprised by things in a good way.
Good.
If it wasn't for having to live podcast about it for the next 10 weeks, I would try and not watch it for 10 weeks, then just binge all 10 episodes.
You couldn't do it.
I know I can do it. I would love to be able to do that kind of thing, but I know I can't.
I can't wait. I honestly can't wait to rewatch episodes 1 and 2 just to, I need to watch them at least 2 more times to fully comprehend what I watched. That's it's going to be one of those shows because I think there's a lot going on.
Speaking of a big binge, I have flirted with the idea when they've done it in theaters over the years when they'll show like the extended versions of the Lord of the Rings, all the back to back to back, which is like 12 hours of movies, and like they insert a dinner break.
Yeah, I've done that before. I did that. They did that in Glasgow with the first 6 Star Trek movies.
No.
Yeah, like it started at 10 a.m. motion picture. And then you would have a wee nap at the final frontier. And then you'd be nice and refreshed for the undiscovered country.
Wee nap, I listen to you.
Yeah.
And we did that Trek Perch the other day, and of course I got the Star Trek 5 question wrong. I couldn't remember Nimbus 3. I mean, I knew it, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
Didn't come off the top of my head.
Did Kelvin win? I assume.
Yes.
Oh, on our
Yeah, but
okay.
what I liked about it, even from my standpoint, was I think I came in 5th, but it was close. It was all pretty close between 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Like, okay. Kelvin's just really, 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 really smart, and most of us didn't do bad at all in that 30 question deal. Kelvin
did
is
pretty
just
good.
a next level trivia expert.
I'm curious. Does he have a photographic memory? Because he's darn close, at least with Trek.
Yeah,
I feel that way.
He's just that. He's just
they watch and rewatch a lot.
Yeah.
I think on Davy's last quiz, there was someone who I believe now came within striking distance of Kelvin.
Yeah, their last episode. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then he's going to start with an all-stars round, he said, next.
Yep.
So he's probably taking this weekend off, I would assume, with his birthday, and then we'll get that.
Yeah.
Just because he's named after a timeline doesn't mean he's amazing at everything.
That's funny because I was like, Davy timeline? Oh, Kelvin.
I did the same thing, Amy.
We'll be sure to give him a hard time on the cruise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Christos, you are entitled. As much crap as your episode comes up so frequently, I've often wondered if you're getting silently annoyed.
No, at this point, it's like, okay, I've rewatched season 2. It was my takeaway, but it was so specific. And if you, it's like we're going to quiz you on. There are other areas I would have done almost as bad, but there are other areas that I've like when they did their Jerry Ryan episode. I'm like, answer.
Yeah.
Like there are other episodes I would have been like kicking ass. So I'm like, Kelvin is the he showed last week when he was up against all of us. Yeah, he just has the next level knowledge. Yeah. And when it comes to overall, if you just give me general Star Trek trivia, I can hold my own. And that's what I thought I was going into.
Yeah.
Give me technobabble and I'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sciencey words from Star Trek.
Yes. We did get to see. I didn't get to say hi to her this time, but Erin McDonald was right there.
Okay.
But I'm like, she's going to be on the cruise again, so I'll say hi to her there. And the gentleman from 12 Monkeys, what's his name? The captain, our new captain of Titan. He was there. I got to say hi to him. I didn't ask for a picture or anything, but Liam, what's his name on the show? Captain Liam Shaw. Yeah. He was there after. He looked really nice. He had a really nice velvet blazer on.
Very good.
Amy, are you excited about our little wine tastings that we're going to be doing on the Star Trek cruise?
Yes. Oh my gosh. That was so frantic that Friday morning, clicking and waiting for it to process. Like I got Marina, like that is the only thing I cared about. I got 4 tickets to wine tasting with Marina and I was so celebrating. And then I'm checking messages and they're like, oh yeah, Terry. So I get on and I get tickets to wine tasting with Terry Farrell. I was so excited. I couldn't even believe it. And then I went back and everything else had been sold out. It was at least 4 minutes, everything gone.
That's for this cruise that you're going on or the previous cruise?
One.
So I put 3 tickets for Marina in my cart and 2 for Terry and went to check out. And the Marina one said sold out. It wouldn't let me check out. right away. I had to like take them out of my cart and then check out for my 2 Terrys. That's how fast Marina sold out.
Yeah, that was the hint that I was told. You do 1 actor, put it, buy it, and then go back for your other. Because if you do multiple, yeah. So, but yeah, I'm so excited. So the only thing I was thinking about is, okay, we're going to do wine tasting with Marina. Oh no, actually Terry Farrell is first. So are they going to have different wines for us to taste? Or are we going to be tasting the same ones?
Is it on the same day? Because by the time the second one comes up, you might not really be bothered. If it's the same.
Wine tasting with Marina.
Not the same day. It's not the same day.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm not going for the wine, but I
and-
do enjoy tasting wine. So I'm hoping that they're going to have different varieties to taste.
Yeah.
Well, that's secondary for me. I'm just getting drunk with Marina. Sounds like fun. But
heck yeah.
But yeah,
Amy,
if it's good
excited
wine,
about having
I'll have.
wine?
If it's good wine, I'm happy to have it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Today.
No. Oh, okay. So tonight, I'm going axe throwing with some local Trekkies here.
Have you ever done it?
Go ahead.
I haven't.
It's fun.
So I'm not sure if I should be drinking while I'm doing that.
I've done it drinking.
Yeah.
Channeling Christina Baranski.
Good.
Oh, Matt's freezing up.
Oop.
Hi, Matt.
What's going on?
Uhura, what's happening?
Hi. My laptop's going on.
Transmission jammed the source, sir.
It's not battery.
Oh, now you're lagging.
We good?
We're good?
I think so.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, now we're good. We're good.
Oh, well. Okay. Anyway.
So what were you going to say? Axe
Um,
throwing?
Oh, moderate yourself because I've done it at places where, I mean, there's beer and
Yeah.
last a lot longer with beer than wine. Usually they're BYO. Yeah. You'll have a good time.
Oh, that's good to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thick, I mean, they'll say closed-toed shoes. Like if you have boots, I would
Okay.
put on like a hiking boot or something because sometimes they bounce.
Okay. Good to know. Good. All right.
So we're losing toes for the cruise.
Not doing
don't
that.
get injured, Amy. We're
Yeah.
getting into that. We're getting into that window
today. 2 weeks from today, you guys leave, or
no? We'll be gone already. It sets off 2 weeks from yesterday morning.
okay?
Yeah.
'Cause I leave 2 weeks from today for Puerto Vallarta, and I'll be there the whole time. So
No.
Wait, you're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
that's
there when we're
right.
there.
Do
Yeah.
we know which day is Puerto Vallarta, Christos?
I think we do. We can check that
Do
out.
we?
yeah, please let
Yeah,
me
what
know when
the
you can because I'm trying to book like excursions and stuff, and I don't want to do that when you guys are there.
Well, we're on the what am I gonna say? I'm in charge of the away team for that. So I'll get us to the romantic zone for some cocktails and there's some good
Yeah,
places
but
to
Matt's
eat down
going to
there
join
that way.
us.
I know. So I have the internet package on the boat and everything too. So keeping track should be pretty easy. And my phone works in Mexico altogether, so that's good.
Yeah. How big will that away team be? It'll just a gaggle of whoever you can
I
gather,
think it's
or
going to be Kelvin and James and Amy and me and however. I mean, I got to remember too. I've
Riker.
got some paper in my drawer here. I got to remember that. Yeah, whoever else
Christian.
wants to come. Christian. Oh yeah,
Christian, Riker.
we're gonna have to. It's probably going to be like 2 cabs at least, maybe more.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was asking because me and the 20 people that I'm going with, we've rented a villa that is spectacular. And if it was just a small handful, I could probably bring you guys by. But if it's 2 cabs full,
Yeah.
yeah, that might be frowned upon by my house.
Yeah, we're not doing anything official. We're just getting, hopefully, it's convenient to get a cab and go there. And, we just got to be responsible about making sure we get back in plenty of time. I don't want to miss the boat, literally.
You're not doing an overnight in port or anything?
Nope.
I don't think we're overnight. Oh, I would love that. If we were overnight, I would get us a cabana at Mantamar and we would go spend the day there. But
I love Oh gosh, Mantamar is so fun.
yeah. It's like basically a gay club, but it's an outside on the ocean with the pool and everything. So
Yeah.
Sounds lovely.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we are going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for coming on February's Roundtable. And if you would like to join in on the next Hive Mind discussion, please visit patreon.com/BQN and pledge your support of $10 or more. If you'd like to get early access to discussions like this, as well as Amy's Math Moments, It's Green, and Trexperts Trivia, you can pledge just $5 or more. So, Matt, where can people find you out there on the interwebs?
I am MHARK957 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Excellent. Christos?
you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at either Greek Geek SD or What's the Tea Bev, and in the BQN Collective on Facebook.
Joe?
You can find me on the BQN Collective. You can get me on Twitter and Instagram at JoeyJoe77UK, or you can email me joepodcasts@gmail.com. And Amy, what about you?
Well, you can find me, yes, in the Facebook group BQN Collective. I am on Twitter at Miss Amy Nelson. Yeah, that's where I'm at. As always, we appreciate everyone's patronage and time. So thank you for joining the Hive Mind for this February edition.